Shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone that rule well, teach well, while learning truth 100% according to the Bible. Also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophet service, scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you few sisters out there that are sincere, your children. Shalom. And in today's lesson is going to be titled, This Truth is Only for the Elect. You see, because that's ultimately the only people who the Lord is ultimately bestowing his truth upon of his people, man, the elect, the 1/3 and the 144,000 of the nation of Israel. You see, this word is not ultimately for everyone. That's why for you hopeful elect brothers and sisters out there, you see, if the Lord allowed you to come across this truth, speaking to myself first and foremost, we should ultimately be blessed. Because we know that the Lord is not revealing these things into everybody, man. That's why you got our people, the 2/3 of Jake, they're still in these harlot houses, calling on the names of JC, believing in Allah, believing in Buddha. You see, believing in all of these different idols and things that they believe in, because the Lord has ultimately blinded him. He have, ultimately darkened their spirit to where they cannot receive this understanding, man. You see, because as it tells us right here, this is Proverbs 21 and verse 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. And that's the good majority of our people. They're okay with being in that dead state of mind spiritually. They're okay with believing lies. They're okay with believing that, you see, the Lord's name is Jesus Christ, man. You see, and that he loves everybody and that he's coming to save the whole world. These are the things that our people are okay with believing, man. But hey, that's, filth, man. And that's the stuff that ultimately we're happy that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai have pulled us away from, you see, because we were at one point in time, believing in these false doctrines and, believing in these false teachings as well. But, the water to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for bringing us into this marvelous light, man, for us receiving this truth, man. Because like I was saying, we know that this thing is not for everybody, man. Right. Also, as it tells us right here, I'm going to grab Matthew chapter 7, and I'm going to start at verse 6. Give not that which is holy, which is this word, unto the dogs. Neither cast ye your pearls, right, which these jewels that we got through the scriptures, right, because it tells you that this word, right, let me grab that, is more precious than fine gold, man. Right. This word that we've been given through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is understanding. Right. This is Proverbs chapter 3. And I'll start at verse 13. Right. And I just read on down through the spirit. It says, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, right? And that's what we've been given is wisdom, the 100% truth according to the scriptures, you see. And we're happy, man. You see, we're definitely happy knowing that we know the true names of the Lord. You see, the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, you see, and Elishawan Kadash. We know all of these things now, so we're definitely happy, man. Right. But it says, happy is the man that findeth wisdom and the man that giveth understanding. Right. Verse 14, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof the fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things that thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Right. So these words that we've been given, you see, the Lord quickening us through the spirit and giving us the understanding to be able to understand these mysteries, these spiritual treasures, right? These spiritual jewels that the Lord have given us. Guess what? It's precious, man. And that's how we got to treat this thing, you see. So we just can't give it to anybody because ultimately it's not for everybody to understand these things, man. That's why you try to tell your family members these things. They don't get it. They look at you like you crazy. You try to tell your wife, your kids, whoever it may be, and they all look at you in the way of what the heck are you talking about? You see, because, hey, it's not given unto them to understand and to know these things, man. We just got to be grateful and thankful that the Lord have revealed these things to us. You see, us hopeful elect brothers and sisters, man, because it ain't going to be given to, all our people, man. You see, but I'm going to go back to Matthew 7 and 6. It says, give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. You see, you don't want to ultimately give this understanding to everybody because, hey, it's not meant for everybody, man. You see, so I'm going to grab this precept as well right here. And this is why ultimately our people are not going to get it, because the Lord have blinded them from receiving this understanding. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. It says, what then Israel, right? People before is a place. It's talking about the majority of our people, man. 2/3 of Israel have not obtained that which he's seeking for. But the election, right? The remnant have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. That's why no matter how many times you try to break down these simple precepts to Jake, they're not going to understand it. They're not going to get it, man. Because like I said, the Lord have darkened their understanding, man. man, where they cannot receive these things, man. The Lord has not quickened them, you see? So that's why, hey, they're not going to get it, right? As it tells us right here, verse 8, it said, according as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumber, right? They in a deep sleep, man, spiritually, right? Eyes that they should not see and ears that they should not hear unto this day, man. You see, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has ultimately put a deep, spirit of slumber upon the eyes of majority of our people, right? And that's because we know that 2/3 of Jake, they're going to be destroyed on this side. The Lord is only coming back for his remnant, the elect. And that's ultimately who this truth is for, man. Right? Verse 9, and David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Right? King David even cursed the 2/3 of these Jakes, man. You see, it's not for them. Right? That's why for us hopeful elect brothers and sisters out there, we should be grateful that we've been given this understanding, man. You see, that we understand the time and seasons we're living in, that we know these prophecies, and that the Lord have revealed these mysteries unto us, man. You see? Because as it tells us right here, this is St. Matthew chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 10. It said, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables, right? Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given, right? What does it say in Sirach chapter 39, verse 24? It says, as his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. That's why when the Lord was talking to them back then, you see, it's almost as he was speaking into them in parables because they couldn't understand it. Because guess what? Hey, the words that the Lord were speaking were pure, man. And ultimately them being wicked, they couldn't, it was a stumbling block to them, man. Right? Just like it is now to the 2/3 of our people. These words, everything that we break down through the scriptures, they stumble at it. They can't understand it. Because guess what? The Lord have blinded them, man. You see, they're through. Right? But this is back at St. Matthew chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 12, it says, for whosoever have to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever have not from him shall be taken away, even that he have. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. You see? And I'm going to just go on down to verse 16, right? It said, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear, right? And that's why we should be grateful, man. That's why every day we should be praising and thanking Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that he ultimately quickened us and brought us from that dead state that we were once in. You see, because, hey, like I said, we can be just like average Jake in the world, man. Not knowing any of the prophecies, not knowing the times and seasons we're living in, just out here through, man. You see? Just bugged out, man, like the good majority of our people. But hey, the Lord, ultimately didn't allow that to be our lots. You see, Lord's willing we be of the elect, of course, because, hey, we don't know if we're of the elect. You see, it tells us in Matthew 22 and 14, for many are called, but few are chosen, man. We just pray and hope we're a part of that number that's chosen, you see. But hey, we're still grateful to have this understanding, you see, and this knowledge that has been given us by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, So with that being said, Lord's willing, I pray this video be edifying, just something quick that was on my spirit. To the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect. Shalom.